Welcome to another Braddock's Breakdowns. Today, I'm here to read the tea leaves on the San Francisco 49ers two-quarterback system and make sense of it. Now, Garoppolo has been injured and missed 10 or more games in 3 of the last 4 seasons. This led partly to the 49ers moving up in the draft and giving away 2 future first-round picks as part of the trade to secure Trey Lance because they couldn't depend on Garoppolo's availability. Now, they do owe him a lot of money for this season and next season, but most of the guaranteed money's dried up in the contract. So you might be asking, well, why not switch the pace to Trey Lance right now, build the chemistry right out the gate? Trey's not ready. Now, he's learning quickly, he's developing, and his ceiling is through the roof, so to speak. So Trey Lance will be the starter for the 49ers, and he will be this season, but it won't be before the November 2nd NFL trade deadline. 49ers hoping to recoup some of those draft picks at least, or anything they can get back in return instead of just cutting Jimmy Garoppolo. They'll use this 2-quarterback system to not only build up the trade value for Jimmy Garoppolo, but also get Trey Lance ready. It gives them 7 games and a bye week before the NFL trade deadline on November 2nd. And then it allows you to keep Jimmy Garoppolo healthy as well. Now, one other benefit to this, if Garoppolo starts to struggle in a game, if Trey Lance starts to struggle, it allows you to switch both of them without the appearance of them being demoted or benched. So it keeps the trade value there for Jimmy Garoppolo as long as he continues to play well and stays healthy. At the same time, it keeps the confidence up for Trey Lance without him getting in his own head about being benched or taken out of the game. It's just part of the rotation. So you might be saying, well, why not just keep Garoppolo through the entirety of this season? Well, going into next year and the last year of his contract, you'll have no leverage to trade him and get any type of picks in return. You build it up, show that he stayed healthy, show what he can do on the field and run the offense, and then the 49ers before the deadline wait for somebody like a Ben Roethlisberger to get injured. Let's say before the deadline, the Steelers are 5-1, 5-2, something like that. Roethlisberger goes down for the year. His contract's over at the end of the year, so the Steelers can take on the rest of this year and next year for Garoppolo and have their quarterback to decide if he's going to be their quarterback of the future while staying on track for the rest of this season. That's just an example. It doesn't have to be the Steelers or Roethlisberger, but the 49ers are betting on some starting quarterback on a good team to go down and Garoppolo to be able to come in and get that value before the deadline, before the end of the season when there's no leverage for the 49ers to move Garoppolo and they would have to cut him and move on. Look for Garoppolo to be traded before the NFL trade deadline and Trey Lance to be your starter the second half of the season. So the fantasy value will blossom for Trey Lance over the second half of the season. For more information like this, go to drroto.com. Use my special discount code FANTASY. Also, check out our new Major League Baseball DFS optimizer while you're there.
Thanks for stopping by the office. Get your fantasy prescription by subscribing to the channel and checking out drroto.com. And until the next visit, be well.